Okay, I think we are live. We live, people, live, clear. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy weekend. How everybody is feeling today. Give me some energy, people. The game is about to start. Botafogo against Palmeiras. Club World Cup. Yes, Club World Cup is going to start very, very soon. It's going to be very, very interesting to see who's going to win. So, fixing my stream here. The Zone is the channel that is responsible for this. Let's see how it goes. What is the live stream anyways? Let's click on soccer. There are different DAZN here. You
got it.
So this is your car, huh?
Yeah. Bye, guys.
How much are we paying this guy?
I don't even.
Okay, so the commercial. In the US, we take advantage of every second to pop up commercials as as much as we can. Every single second, a free kick, somebody's injured, whatever it is, we're gonna take advantage and put a lot of commercial. Have you seen, even when we are watching live stream, and then boom, somebody is a tackle there, and the referee stopped the game, and then they pop up with some kind of insurance, you know, insurance companies publicity or whatever. So the game he is about to start here between Botafogo and Palmeiras, and this is what we're gonna be watching and also talking about football in general. So the game just started because it's 12. Yes, it's 12 noon in my location. So let's go. The Chelsea game is gonna start like in 4 hours from now. So long way to go. Let me try to do this interaction here because I have to watch the game anyways. I'm gonna have to find a way. All right. A lot of fixing to be done. Hope you can hear me and you can see me. Everything is correct now. Botafogo, they beat PSG, right? They still have somebody like Danilo and Alex Telles, Alan, Igor Jesus, Alta Melo, or Alta, the Alta that was at Juventus. And for Palmeiras, they have the star boy himself, Mr. Messino. William Messino. I would be supporting Palmeiras because I have to choose a team. I would choose Palmeiras because of Estivao William. The tackles are flying already. You can tell that this is one of the local derbies there. Alex Telles got whooped. A sweep away. Telles number 13. Alex Telles. I don't know why that brother didn't things didn't work for him at Manchester United. And also he moved to, if I'm not mistaken, it was Al Nassr, right? Played with Ronaldo and then left. Maybe he didn't like the lifestyle over there. It's not only about money, it's about lifestyle. Certain players don't want to go there and play in Saudi because their lifestyle is different. YouTube chat. The YouTube chat somewhere. Okay, so how everybody is feeling? Smash the like button, my friends. It's not gonna cost you anything. Let's do it. Let's do it. A lot of tacos are flying. Another Palmeiras player on the floor. You can even tell now. It's a local derby, you know. Oh my lord, that's quite dangerous. That quite dangerous. Richard Rios is on the floor. That was a bad tackle. Could have been a red card or something. I think the check continues. Renato Paiva is the coach of Botafogo. Abel Ferreira is the coach of Palmeiras. Man, Richard Rios is in pain. He's in pain. And I think this guy is telling him that he didn't do it on purpose and get well soon. But the damage is already done, I think. I'm afraid the damage is already done. Oh, man. I don't know what's going to happen to this brother, but doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. I think somebody's going to replace him. Two-footed, I think. Oh, man. That looks very, very bad. So thank you for stopping by, my friends. You are blessed for being here. We're gonna be here for a little while. Let's double check on some other actualities. So the team that will win today will have to meet Chelsea or Benfica. You know, that is gonna be in about a week. That is a long time to wait. So Chelsea are gonna have a week off if they qualify for the chorus. Free kick for Palmeiras. Who's gonna take it? Give it to Messino, man. He's not even near that free kick. If you give it to Messino, I think he could just bend it like Beckham. He tried to kick it, like to take it low, so he hit the wall. Terrible free kick. Look like a kid. Because but they have a corner kick though. Messino is just on his own. At the edge of the box, I think he's just waiting for an opportunity to snap. Come on. John is the goalkeeper for Botafogo. Yeah, so far so good. Good game, in my humble opinion, so far. Ole. Okay, UP. So 67% of people say that other teams are gonna win, because I put a poll early on asking you guys who's taking it home. PSG, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Manchester City. I gave you options and 70% of people say others. So in those others, you explain to me why, you know, what the name of the other and why. Yeah, I think a PSG, Manchester City, Real Madrid are the biggest contender to win it. But football is about surprises. Football is not scripted. So it could be the team that you don't think can win are the team that are going to win. So stay tuned and stay humble and wait to see. Very, very interesting indeed. So let's try to get the right team on the screen. International club, boom. FIFA knockout stage, Palmeiras against Botafogo. Yeah, is the right call. We have to copy this and pray that it doesn't give you trouble. Okay, let's double check. Moment of truth. Yes. All right, so we have the right radar, so you can track where the ball is going. So as you can tell here in my location, 10 minutes 30 seconds so far, and still 0-0. Very, very good teams. They are not sitting back though, they're just going all gun blessings. Yeah, I think Palmeiras wanna take revenge, because last season, I think in the Copa Libertadores or whatever, I don't know, Botafogo beat Palmeiras. It's a lot of green jersey in the stadium. Wow. Brazilians, Argentina, they know how to support their teams. You will see them travel all over the world to support their national team. Amazing fans. Another one. Somebody's gonna get a red card. I think Botafogo player has been instructed to go for it, go physical. I don't know why they are like this, man. It's a very good game of football. If you watch the level of this football here, there's nothing wrong. They can compete with European teams. The only issue is European teams got a lot of money and buy all the players in the world. Brazilian, they produce more of their talent. Looks like they are playing 3 at the back, Palmeiras. 3, 4. Yeah, 3, 4, 3. Yeah, it's definitely 3 back 3. What a game. So in the meantime, when we are watching the game together, Chelsea are playing in Charlotte, North Carolina, 3 hours from now. So the winner from that game is gonna play against the winner of this game. Oh, Botafogo, come on. Oh, wow, what a pass. What a pass to Messino, huh? Come on, the kid. Oh, no. That wasn't a foul. It's about being a little bit physical there. The referee won't give you advantage here. In the Premier League is even worse, because the Premier League is so physical. Oh wow, what a game, man. Oh, this game is just like, what is going on here? Come on. Oh, my goodness. Oh, okay. Ah, he wanted to get a penalty for no reason. Oh, no. That wasn't a penalty. But he really wanted that penalty. No penalty. No, that's my bad. That wasn't. Oh, it's him, Victor Roque. He wasn't really given enough chances at Barcelona. He went to Sevilla. Also, not that good. Oh, all right. FIFA president is there. The best referee in the world, Mr. What's his name? The Italian guy. He's always there in the FIFA committee. You see the powerful people who are making decisions for us. The decisions that we hate most of the time. Very interesting. So I might have to put commentary and take a little break. I'm here, just like, don't go away. You're gonna have all the stuff on the screen.
Queremos saber de dónde nos están observando y disfrutando el partido.
What?
Se você falar português também pode
This
escrever
one
em
is
português, não tem
Espanol.
problema.
Is Espanol? Oh no. I have to find like commentary in English. Come on. Oh, let me try again. If there is another option in English. The zone. Bam. Imagine if they say Palmeiras. No, wait. Imagine if they say to upgrade your account. You have to upgrade in order to. Oh, this is Espanol. Oh, yeah, there's an option for English here. Join it live. Good.
It's a high-stakes knockout stage battle with a quarterfinal spot on the line. Catch all the action live on DAZN and on TNT. Coverage begins at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. That's the Group A runner-up, Inter Miami. It's the Group B winner, Botafogo, PSG, both Botafogo and Palmeiras, of course, playing Inter Miami and PSG respectively in the group stage. And we were about 6 minutes cumulatively away from that matchup, Inter Miami PSG, being the one played in this game, as this is Botafogo getting forward for one of the first times in this match and winning a corner for the first time in this match.
Yeah, but you see what they've done. They've kept the ball, they've possessed the ball, they've waited for Palmeiras to step out, played through their press, got the ball wide, and now it's ended up with a corner. That patience in possession is gonna, I told you, it's gonna be the one that separates the teams.
Botafogo team that had the lowest possession in the group stage of any team that advanced. They need to take advantage of moments like this. Alex Telles's corner will get another chance. Punched into the air by Weber Tone, but a foul goes before with a Palmeiras player down, Augustin Guillet.
I'd like to see more of that from Botafogo. More possession. You know, we talked about how great they are defensively, but they've just shown. They've just shown with themselves on the ball, they're comfortable in possession, they know how to play between the lines, they've got runners running from those 10 positions. Use that more, don't just rely on the defensive aspect. I want to see goals in this game. Goals is going to get you through.
And look, they were in a group of death. different than what Palmeiras had to deal with in Group A, with PSG, with Atletico Madrid, with the Seattle game playing at home, essentially, for the Sounders. But this support, this has been, maybe, when you're talking about Brazilian football, right, and what Renato Paiva said about wanting more respect and to show the world what Brazilian football can do, that has been one of the major stories of this tournament, on and off the field. Here's Estevão. Piqueires. Martinez. Gueye from long range. It was ambitious. It was blocked.
It's hopeful from there. Hopeful from there. You're never really going to trouble the keeper. There's a chance to go and play the ball out wide, and he chooses to take the shot on.
Again, looking for Estevão. That was misread by Vitinho. Estevão cuts inside. Piqueires coming forward. Botafogo able to get it clear. Bruno Fukic and now Piqueires. Bruno Fukic is down. Palmeiras will play on. Estevão trying to cut it across. He wins another corner.
They're definitely trying to find him at every opportunity. You know, no press, and they're still looking for that big diagonal switch over to him. So far, he's been effective. Even though he's not adding real chances at goal, he's still been effective. He's still making defenders defend, and he's getting them opportunities.
Waiting for his first goal in this tournament, or his first goal contribution. But he has led this team in all competitions in goals this year. He has 11 for Palmeiras.
He's definitely capable of scoring goals and winning games by himself. It's just not quite happened in this tournament, but you know, good players go through droughts as well.
Estevão will take this corner. The outswinger dealt with by Botafogo. Oh, just a clattering. Play will continue. Estevão whips in a dangerous ball all the way through and over. Another corner it'll be.
Hopefully they check on those two. Didn't look like a good clash there, did it? It's not a nice coming together.
It's a bit wild for both in a way, isn't it?
Yeah,
Igor
it is. Now seeing it
Jesus
from both
crashed.
sides.
Yeah, Augustin, yeah.
Neither of them was pulling out of that, let's say.
No, there have not been any of that in this round of 16 match. There's a chance for Palmeiras. 2 Copa Libertadores, 2 Brasileiro titles for Abel Ferreira. Augustin Gueye still receiving treatment. As is Igor Jesus. It's a man Botafogo need. He has scored 2 of their 3 goals this tournament. Like Estevão, also reported to be moving to England. Estevão's deal to Chelsea is done. Igor Jesus potentially to Forest. That is still just being reported. But he is expected to leave Botafogo this summer.
Players look all right. Botafogo is definitely going to be happy that Igor Jesus back on his feet. He said recently, Cap, you know, dominant striker, strong, scores goals, potentially on his way. Want to get the best out of him in this tournament as well.
Awaiting the 3rd Palmeiras corner. of this round of 16 match. Again, Estevao to the back post, knocked down and cleared away by Botafogo. Palmeiras just unable to threaten Botafogo. Palmeiras just unable to threaten Botafogo's goalkeeper John so far, despite getting into really dangerous positions.
It's a good delivery, knocked down, great reaction in the box, and it's just that scramble. It's just not quite landed for Palmeiras right there.
It was Gustavo Gomez that had a chance. Botafogo defending well. Alan. Piqueires, again Estevao. Estevao onto his left. He was offside.
It's got to stay onside there. They've worked the ball well from one side to the other whilst they're in a low block as well. Get the ball out. He has to stay onside. If you want to get your attacking players in their positions, they have to do their part of the bargain as well. Stay onside.
Palmeiras with the bulk of the chances.
Yeah.
They've been the protagonists. What do they need to do to turn that into a goal?
I think we started to see a little bit more patience in that final third. You know, they need to keep getting the ball out to Estevao. He's making things happen. I wonder if they're going to go a little tactical switch, maybe put him back on that right-hand side, allow him to cut in and then get those shots off. Because right now he seems to be a provider. Can they turn him into the one that actually scores the goal? Nothing wrong with this from Palmeiras, just moving the ball side to side, try and draw Botafogo out of that shape that they've shown all tournament. You know, they're not an easy team to break down. So how can you manipulate them to bring them out so then you can progress forward?
It's been about 60% possession for Palmeiras. Botafogo have yet to take a shot in this game. Bruno Fukis direct. Vitor Roque battling with Jair Cunha.
Nothing wrong with that ball from Fukis, you know. Great run from the forward. Almost is able to bring it down. If Estevao's a little bit higher up, maybe he lands on that. Just everyone's got to be on the same page.
Alex Telles tries to find Jefferson Savarino. Alan winning it back for Palmeiras. Richard Rios. You can tell they're always looking for that diagonal ball for Estevao. They find him.
Botafogo, they've got to do better when they win the ball. They've got to realize they've not had it for a while. When they win possession, to secure the next pass. Right now, they're just chasing, they're shadowing. It's be very, very draining out there when that happens.
It's worked for them this tournament. They've been able to at least do enough to find their moments. All three of their goals have come in the first half in this tournament. All four of Palmeiras' goals have come in the second half. 51%.
Yeah. That's what you'd hope for, wouldn't you?
What's that?
Hopefully they'll both explode soon.
Yeah.
Love some more action on goal.
Palmeiras has been trying.
Yeah.
Botafogo, though, I think probably playing this game the way that they want it to be played. It's the way they're comfortable with.
Yeah, that's fair.
Against PSG, it was similar, but they found their moment in the first half. They took their moment, they got their goal, and then defended well and held on. But another set piece coming for Palmeiras, who continue to look for that opener.
Yeah, we do know that Botafogo, you know, they've been working on that defensive shape, especially, you know, defensively working out the kinks, going back into their league domestic play. So they've used the tournament to do that. You know, they've been defensively sound, but you still got to score games to win football. Score goals to win football.
Another set piece for Palmeiras. Again, it will be Estevao to serve. Right at John, nobody there.
I don't think that's a bad delivery. I think they've not got enough people running into the box and breaking into those areas. The delivery is actually decent. Just got to get someone on the end of it.
Again, the pressure from Palmeiras. Every time they've lost the ball, they make it difficult for Botafogo.
Trying to press high up the field, they win it back. They got a better chance of creating an opportunity, so I don't blame them.
Artur draws a foul.
These little fouls, these little nudges when you receive the ball, it just aggravates you a little bit, can throw you off your game, you know. We talk about Palmeiras' high press. They're working it, trying to create the opportunities from that going forward. But, you know, they need to stop fouling at the same time.
First cooling break of this match, 30 minutes in. It's a warm day in Philadelphia. And tonight from 8 p.m. Eastern, Jake Paul returns to the boxing ring to take on former WBC middleweight champion Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Both fighters weighed in last night. There were plenty of fireworks at the weigh-in. This cruiserweight contest is sure to explode. You can buy the pay-per-view right now at DAZN.com. Scoreless after 30 minutes in the opening round of 16 match in the FIFA Club World Cup. What will the messages be from these two managers during this cooling break?
I think for Palmeiras, they just got to keep on going, you know. They just need that little bit of quality in the final third. They're getting into those areas. They're making things happen. Can they make it into a goal? As for Botafogo, I'd like to see them have a little bit more possession. I'm sure that's what the manager's saying to them. A little bit more patience in possession. Can we actually get a shot on goal? Can we trouble the Palmeiras keeper?
It's been a physical 30 minutes.
Sure.
Nobody's pulling out of any challenges with what's on the line, with how well these two teams know each other and the stakes of the games every time they've met.
Brazilian pride. You're playing for pride. There's so much more on it. You know, obviously you go through to the next round, but it's about going back and saying that you beat them, taking that into your domestic league as well. I love the competitiveness.
Even a cooling break for Francois Letexier, the referee, and Abel Ferreira giving final instructions in this cooling break for his leg. He said this match would be as tense as a Formula One race under the rain. No rain in Philadelphia today, it's just some heat. A fierce battle between two rivals. It has been a fierce battle.
That part has been correct. Very fierce, very fierce.
Wonderful support from Palmeiras specifically throughout this tournament.
That's what it's all about. Beautiful game of football celebrated all over the world, seeing different types of fans everywhere, cheering for their team. What a day.
Both of these teams have brought that Brazilian flair to this tournament. Palmeiras play with it maybe a little bit more than Botafogo do, but in the stands as well. Botafogo direct into Igor Jesus, leaves for Jefferson Savarino, taken away by Emiliano Martinez, and then just too far for Vitor Roque.
Great play from Jesus, by the way. Comes down, holds up the ball, sets it.
Artur will cut inside. Artur looking for Igor Jesus. Artur. Savarino. Well over.
There's their first shot.
It was 34 minutes into the game.
But, you know, after the corner break, they've come out with a little bit more oomph in them. You know, we just talked about the ball going up to Jesus, him setting it, you know, and then they've gone again. The ball's been set, and no, it's not a great shot, but it's an attempt on target and shows progression up the field.
Interesting here, has Estevao now shifted to the right after that cooling break? He's there in the moment. We'll see if that sticks.
Maybe the manager heard us from here.
Like he is more often than not played on that right side, and with that inverted left foot, it has been so dangerous and so special. But Alana's still over there. Alana's still over there as well. Strong into Alex Telles. Yellow card to Alex Telles, his first of the tournament. He joins Alexander Barbosa in the book today.
It's not necessary. It's not necessary foul. Going nowhere. Keep him going towards the sideline. There's no need to push him in his back there. Smart from Alan though. Knows the contact's coming and goes down. Silly booking from Alex Telles.
Alan did really well to win that. And now another set piece for Palmeiras.
Going back to having Estevao on that side. We talked about him being the creator. You know, they're probably thinking if he can dip in on his left foot, he can start to get more shots off a goal. Which then, you know, they might not necessarily go in. Goalkeeper might spill, but might have runners into the box too.
Chan giving instructions, the reigning Copa Libertadores goalkeeper of the year. He's on the team of the tournament. Brasileiro, team of the year last year as well. Can Palmeiras finally challenge John in this first half? They've had the bulk of the ball, unable to really find that opportunity. Estevao will serve that. Barbosa heads away.
Again, not a bad delivery. Just not a lot of movement. You look how Palmeiras have set up. There's no real movement, no real desire to get on the end of the ball. Botafogo need a couple of touches on the ball, move the ball around, let the midfielders come and touch it, a little bit of confidence, make Palmeiras run for a little bit.
What a touch from Alex Telles, and now looking for Igor Jesus. Weberton comes out to collect. It's more like it from Botafogo though. Vitor Roque, look at the pace. Narrow angle with John off his line, and Vitor Roque wins a corner for Palmeiras.
Great play from Roque. Shows his burst of pace there, shows his strength, realizes he's got no one in support of him. What can he do? He wins a corner. Great touch from Telles, just looking at this over again. He puts in a lovely ball as well. Here it is. First pass. Realizes no one's up with him. It's good play. Really good play.
Another corner for Palmeiras, whipped in. Vitor Roque there. The ball's not out of play yet. Bruno Fukish going through the goalkeeper, John.
Good delivery and a lot more movement in the box that time. Desire. And Fukish, he knows what he's doing. He has a little smile after as well, doesn't he? He knows. Can't touch the keeper like that nowadays.
You can tell by the eyes,
yeah,
right? He was looking at John.
Look, he was having a laugh
ball.
about it. He knows what he's done.
Oh, very late. Advantage played. Botafogo will continue on. Marlon Freitas.
Referee's definitely going to have a look at that one.
Danilo. Jefferson Savarino.
I'd like to see Savarino on the ball more. He's their creative outlet. Can they find him? Can they find him in these pockets? Can he run him behind him?
Marlon Freitas. Danilo. First yellow card to Palmeiras today. It's Gustavo Gomez. He'll be suspended for a potential quarterfinal. Their captain, the club legend. So now each team with a center back that would miss a potential quarterfinal.
Gomez pleading his innocence there, but you can clearly see that he's caught the standing leg. Be a big miss for them if they go through. Captain, legend, leader.
8th year with Palmeiras, a 2-time South American Defender of the Year. Well, FIFA is very happy to welcome special guests from youth groups in the community of Philadelphia. In stadium today, members of the Caring People Alliance and the Make-A-Wish America organizations. The future of soccer is bright. Certainly it is here in the United States. World Cup here next year. World Cup in Philadelphia. 6 matches will be in this building, including a round of 16 match on July 4th of next year. July 4th of this year, there will be a quarterfinal. The winner of this game will stay in Philadelphia to face the winner of Benfica, Chelsea. That match coming up later today on DAZN, 4 p.m. Eastern time from Charlotte, North Carolina. If Palmeiras make it there, they'll be without their captain, Gustavo Gomez, suspended because of a second yellow card. If Botafogo make it, they'll be without Alexander Barbosa, their starting center back. Richard Rios drawing the foul.
Foul. Interesting to see what the foul count is in the game. Just anytime you feel the game's about to catch rhythm, it just slightly gets knocked out. Lovely turn from Rios there.
Esteval's back on the left now. Palmeiras still trying to figure it out.
He didn't really call his name as much when he moved to that right-hand side, you know. Maybe their game plan the week was to find the left-hand side and just wasn't quite translating.
Spent 10 minutes or so. It's flipped over to the right side. And now Botafogo. They've defended well. And they create some danger. Marlon Freitas, play is going to continue. Might make it to Marlon Freitas. He might be in. It's the first little opening of this game for Botafogo, and their captain Marlon Freitas sends it wide.
It's all down to sheer desire. Tries a nice little drag back here, doesn't quite work, but then the strength, desire to win the ball back, finds himself in an unusual position. And, you know, the shot wasn't quite there, but as you said, Botafogo getting a little bit of a foothold in the game right now.
Not a big goal scorer, Marlon Freitas, but a wonderful player for Botafogo. Brasileiro, team of the year last year, Copa Libertadores, team of the year last year for the team that won the double, Botafogo. Final minute before added time in the first half. Scoreless between two Brazilian giants, Palmeiras and Botafogo, in the first round of 16 match at the FIFA Club World Cup. There will be at least one Brazilian team in the quarterfinals. It has been Palmeiras who have been the protagonists in this first half, but now Botafogo finding some more openings. Artur to Vitinho. This is good for Botafogo. Vitinho. Corner one by Botafogo.
Brilliant play. It starts with Artur in that turn in midfield. Finds Vitinho on this right-hand side. Comes in. A little bit give and go again with the same two players. He's onside. Good first touch. Just looking for a pullback. It's unfortunate, but good play from Botafogo.
Jefferson Savarino will take. There will be a minimum 6 minutes of added time in this first half. Bit of a letdown on the service. Cleared relatively easily by Palmeiras. Now Estevao battling. That's clean from Alan.
Botafogo got to do better on those set pieces. It's a chance to get a free ball into the box. Got that little bit of quality in there. I think that's two now on the bounce that they've done. It's not quite been there.
Just their second corner of this game. Palmeiras have had more of those opportunities. Igor Jesus trying to draw a foul. It's not given. Well done, Danilo.
Quality.
Marlon Freitas. These moments have been rare for Botafogo in this match. Chance to be on the ball, to try to build. Stepping forward. Stepping up was Augustin Guillet. Now Palmeiras, can they counter? Marlon Freitas breaks it up.
Just that last little bit again, isn't it? Enter into the box, looking for that little bit of quality, but it's good from Botafogo. Keeping the ball, moving it. Lovely piece of skill from Danilo here as well. Gets himself out of trouble. Top quality. But they've moved the ball. They're looking for an option, you know, and then centre half steps through. Just looking for something, looking for someone, looking for something to happen. Just runs out of ideas. But much better.
Here come Palmeiras. Estevao might be in. Oh, Vitinho reacted just in time and got back to keep it away from Estevao. Igor Jesus, physical, wins a throw.
Great idea to try and play that blind side. Estevao's running in. He's recognized the moment. It's just lucky.
Artur.
Nothing wrong with this. Botafogo, touch, play and move. Looking for spaces to open up. Players running off the ball. That little bit of composure and possession allows players to get up with you as well, so don't mind it at all.
Just a couple minutes left of the minimum 6 of added time in the first half. Palmeiras have been a second half team. All 4 of their goals scored after halftime in this tournament. Botafogo, a first half team. All three of theirs in the first 45. It's Palmeiras now, just before halftime, maybe able to create one last opportunity in this half. It's been difficult for both teams to do so, but this is the guy they wanted the ball. Estevao, strong from Vitinho, only as far as Piqueires. Oh! Just over. What a strike from Richard Rios, and close.
Oh, he's hit that well, hasn't he? Estevao loses the ball. They still win it back, get it out to him. Great second play. Great touch, Rios. He's really unlucky. He's hit that well, hasn't he? He's got whip, dip. Keeper looks like gets a touch as well.
AP just a little. I don't know if it affected the flight. It is a corner, so it came off of a Botafogo player. And in the final minute of the minimum 6 of added time, another corner for Palmeiras to the back post. John, a punch into the air. Not clear yet, though. Brought down by Estevao. Palmeiras will do it again.
Interested to see if the trend follows with Botafogo and Palmeiras' goals following in the first and the second half.
Well, Palmeiras would love to break that trend right here and find one before halftime.
That would mean Botafogo are not going to score then. That's what it tells you. That's what history repeats, right?
We will see. Estevao doesn't make it past the first man, or any of the several first men for Botafogo. And it is a scoreless first half in Philadelphia. The round of 16 at the FIFA Club World Cup getting underway with Botafogo second in the group of death, Group B, in this Club World Cup. Facing their fellow Brazilians, Palmeiras first in Group A. And out come Botafogo, trying to find a way to advance to the quarterfinals. Scoreless after the first half. It was physical, a lot of fouls, kind of a stop-start type of half. Just one shot on target, and it was late from Richard Rios. The one moment of maybe a little bit of danger. Both teams trying to figure out a way to threaten as they come out on this warm day in Philadelphia. Alongside Giles Barnes, I'm Jake Sivan. Giles, what needs to happen in the second half for both Palmeiras and Botafogo for one of these teams to move on to the quarterfinals?
I think the game's got to find their rhythm, so one of them's really got to get on the ball and dictate play. It's just been tough to get their exciting attacking players on the ball because it's been a choppy game. There's been quite a few fouls. It's been disruptive. So I think whichever team really dominates the possession and is able to get their magical players on the ball, that's the team that's going to succeed. You know, we've barely seen the likes of Victor Roque. Estevao's had decent amount of chances to go at people, but he's not really capitalized on it. And then we've not even seen Jesus, really. I think maybe I can count on my hand how many touches he's had. You know, Savarino's dropped a little bit deeper to try and get on the ball. But how often we've seen Arta with these players full of talent, not really seeing them impact the game yet. So I think that's the key.
It felt like the match started maybe the way Palmeiras wanted. Their pressure was difficult for Botafogo. They had the majority of the ball. They were the protagonists for 25, 30 minutes, despite not really being able to threaten John in Botafogo's goal. But as that half went on, Botafogo grew into it a little bit more and maybe had the better of the play the last 10 or 15 minutes of that half. We'll see in the second half. Palmeiras have scored all 4 goals in this tournament after halftime. Botafogo have yet to score in the second half at the Club World Cup. Renato Paiva wants his team to change that. They'll have to change that. If this match is level after 90 minutes, it will go to extra time, 30 minutes of extra time, and then if still level, to penalties to determine the first quarterfinalist in the FIFA Club World Cup. Maybe Igor Jesus can make a difference for Botafogo. Maybe Estevao for Palmeiras. Awaiting the second half kick in Philadelphia. And the second half is underway in the round of 16 at the FIFA Club World Cup. Palmeiras and Botafogo. Winner will be the first quarterfinalist in this tournament. Scoreless entering the second half. Palmeiras coming forward with intention right off the kick. Vitor Roque, ambitious effort that is well over.
Very ambitious. It starts with his press as well, straight off of kickoff. They get the ball back and they're looking for the danger man, Estevao again. You know, they get him the ball and it's a shot that's not really, I'm not counting it as a shot, it's hopeful. It's not really with any intent, it's just to get a shot off of me.
Botafogo not with a lot of urgency to get this going quickly. They will try to play it out of the back though off this goal kick. That's kind of a trend in the first half, right? Every stoppage, every foul, whichever team it was, neither one wanted to really get the game going.
There's got to be a little bit more bravery on the ball, a little bit more bravery in the attack as well.
Alan takes it away. It's Estevao! Finally threatening John. Big save from the Botafogo keeper. 7th corner of the match coming for Palmeiras.
Yeah, it's good. Alan recognizes where Estevao is, finds their danger man. Lovely little touch, second touch out your feet, and he's gone for goal. Good save from the keeper. Just goes to curl it in that bottom corner, doesn't he?
Igor Jesus sends forward for Botafogo. They finally get Estevao in a dangerous position. They looked for him for the first, 30 minutes of this match, it seemed every time. And he'd get on the ball in those wide spots, but unable to really create anything. I think Palmeiras will be happy with how the half started with that chance for Estevao.
Yeah, for sure. And you see where he was. He was actually more of a central area, just tucked in as the ball was on the other side, and they was able to find him as the outlet. And, you know, when you're going down the left-hand side as a left-footed player, it's tough for you to come in and get a shot. But that central area or that right-hand side, you can always dip in, you can always go the other way and find a shot off on target.
Just a hopeful ball forward, dealt with easily by Botafogo. Vitor Roque. Flag is down. Now it comes up. A delayed decision as Vitor Roque was coming from an offside position to receive that ball.
Here's the shot back again. You know, first touch was good. Second touch, better to get it out of his feet. I think he's looking for a little bit more curl. Maybe if he sends it outside the post to bring it back in, that'll probably change it. But good solid save from John as well. Get referee view, it's not bad.
Yeah, Francois Letexier had a great view of that. Probably a save John expects himself to make, but it was struck well by Estevao. Estevao now out wide on the left. Into the middle, Mauricio. Stepping up well, Botafogo. Barbosa. Now may be open for Botafogo to come forward. Coutinho cuts inside, curling it right at Weber-Tone.
It's good. We talked about seeing the attacking players more. Seem to be getting the ball wide. Both sides getting the balls out to their danger players. You know, we've had 2 shots in the space of a minute and a half. It's good. It's a lot more than was in the first half.
They were waiting for the second half. Growing into this game. That's the first save for Weber-Tone today. The first shot on target for Botafogo.
Hopefully that's a sign for the next half. You know they need to win to go through.
Richard Rios always looking for Estevao. It's a good ball. Isolated with Vitinho. Estevao cutting it onto his right foot. Oh, John, it took a deflection. Did well to make the save. It's put in. The play has been stopped by Francois Letexier. The goal will not count.
See, he crept offside.
Yep.
Looks like it, doesn't it? We talked about it in the first half as well. When you're asked to stay out wide, there's no reason for you to be offside. But to come inside and trust your right foot is brilliant. Good save from the keeper. And he's followed it up again, you know. But had he just checked the line, he would have been onside, and then Palmeiras are 1-0 up. It's such a simple detail that you forget. When you're switching the play and you're out wide, just make sure you stay onside. You see the whole line.
The delayed decision from the assistant referee to allow it to play out. He did put the flag up after the first shot. Play was stopped. The whistle went before the second one, so wouldn't have mattered even if he was onside, but looked to be clearly off. We're seeing more from Estevao now in the second half. You wanted to see this from him in the first half. Maybe we didn't as much, but he's been bright in the first 5 minutes of the second.
Definitely he's been bright. He's had 2 chances. You know, maybe the first shot gave him the confidence. You know, but they're definitely looking for that switch every time. You can even see as they're building now, he's wide left, ready to go and receive the ball to feet to drive. So, it's got to be that ball.
Yeah, off of Marlon Freitas.
They recognize where he is and they can isolate him, and they trust him 1v1, which is brilliant. That's what he's about. So, you know, he's starting the second half really good.
Beginning to see why Chelsea will pay almost 60 million euros for Estevao. These are his final matches for Palmeiras before heading to London.
I'm sure he'll want to leave on a good note as well. Imagine going as far in the competition, maybe even win it.
Yeah, he wants 3 more matches after today with Palmeiras. Dangerous ball! Vitor Roque couldn't get to it. John's on it in the end.
Unbelievable delivery. Good movement for Roque. He's a stud away from getting on the end of it.
Vitor Roque, the most expensive signing in Brazilian club history, coming back after considered a disappointing move to Barcelona. 26 million euros. DAZN brings you another blockbuster night of boxing. Shakur Stevenson will defend his WBC lightweight title against unbeaten William Zepeda. July 12th live exclusively on DAZN. Again, Palmeiras get it out wide. Emiliano Martinez, Bruno Fukic, Augustin Guillet, flicked on. Richard Rios, right at John. They're making John do more to begin the second half than he had to in the first half.
They are for sure.
Bruno Fukic as well to get there first.
Definitely a lot more action in the final thirds now, which is lovely to see. I think if Rios had that back, he'd love to get that ball back again so he could put in a good delivery, but it's great build-up play to get down that right-hand side.
Alon draws a foul.
I love when players receive the ball and just drive. Receive on their back foot, take people on, make things happen.
A little bit of you as a player?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I'd like to think so. Depending on what club I was at, they might tell you different.
Estevao is down. Francois Letexier says play on.
Something that's not there already.
Severino gets it back.
That's good. Get Severino on the ball more.
Here he is, Jefferson Severino, poked away by Richard Rios. Estevao forward. Vitor Roque back to Estevao, leaving it. Vitor Roque, it's blocked. Rios trying to get back on it. That's well defended by Marlon Freitas. Now Botafogo driving forward. Artur. Danilo. He had Botafogo's best moment of the first half, but just a little skill in the midfield.
Yeah, it was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that tells you about Botafogo's first half as well. Really unable to create much danger.
Yeah, if you're talking about a piece of skill that evades two defenders as a highlight, you know there's not been much for them
50 yards from goal, exactly. But this is better from them. Marlon Freitas trying to find Severino.
It's the right idea. Just trying to split the two defenders. It's a good run from Severino as well.
Alex Telles, Danilo, and Marlon Freitas. Scoreless through 56 minutes in the round of 16 at the FIFA Club World Cup. All four Brazilian teams getting out of the group. At least one will make it to the quarterfinal. Either Palmeiras or Botafogo. Winner stays in Philadelphia to face the winner of today's Benfica-Chelsea match. The quarterfinal will be on July 4th at Lincoln Financial Field. Richard Rios draws a foul.
Smart from Rios, gets his body in the way, knows that contact from Danilo's coming in. Make sure he makes the most of it and buys the free kick as well.
It was a better start to the half for Palmeiras. Finding some openings that they struggled to do in the first half. Estevao has been active. Estevao showing his skill. And then through. And then John off his line. Quickly in front of Mauricio.
Yeah, I think the shots definitely set him up for a better second half. He's feeling himself a little bit. The skills are coming out. He's a bit more demanding on the ball. I think he's going to be the spark that maybe gets them the goal going forward.
There's high hopes for Estevao, and the talk out of Brazil is it's going to put a lot of pressure on him. I mean, talks of potentially being the best player in the world one day. That's the confidence that those close to him have in himself. We haven't seen that yet. They used to call him Messinho. That was his nickname. It feels like that's been backed off a little bit.
It's a big compliment, right? You know, any kind of young player with that kind of talent, you're always going to be talked about as potentially being one of the best players in the world. It's not about the talent now, it's how does it grow, how does it develop, and you know, is Chelsea going there? Is that going to be the right spot for him to flourish? We don't know until he gets there. I'm hoping he does, because as you can see, he's got the world at his feet, so it'd be brilliant to go and see him become the best player in the world one stage, but it takes more than just talent, as we all know.
There have been a lot of 18-year-olds that have been spoken of like that in the history of the game. Doesn't always work out. Estevao hoping to live up to that in Chelsea and still in these final matches for Palmeiras, as this is flicked into a dangerous spot. Oh, the bicycle! It was blocked. Estevao trying to get on it and cleared away. Palmeiras win it right back. Emiliano Martinez. Piqueires. Estevao. Joaquin Piqueires. Another corner upcoming for Palmeiras. The 8th of this match.
Decent delivery, nice flick on. Just the audacity to try that in the box is brilliant, you know. Roque knows what he can do from there. Can he get a tot on goal?
Still looking for his first goal of this tournament.
Would have been some first goal, a little bicycle kick, wouldn't it?
Be the goal of the tournament. Strong from Barbosa to head away, knocked back in. Barbosa again. High into the air from Gomez. Punch from John. The follow is saved by John. Mauricio from distance. John recovered well.
It's a nice strike through traffic. It's not really going to trouble John, though, is it? But still a good connection as he hits it. Lovely first touch, sets himself up. Good connection, but not really anywhere to trouble him.
Mauricio scored the goal that won the group for Palmeiras. The 87th minute against Miami, a 2-2 draw that was enough for Palmeiras to win Group A. That kept them from a potential match against PSG, and instead it's Inter Miami and PSG. That match tomorrow in Atlanta will be spectacular. Here on TNT in the United States, on DAZN as well. Barbosa, the center back, has come forward on this left side. Artur. Coutinho didn't continue the run.
It's more patient, but again, there's no end product to it. They get into good spaces and they're just not quite on the same wavelength.
He doesn't look too happy, does he, Renato Paiva?
He doesn't, no. I can see he's probably a little bit frustrated, you know, the times they are keeping the ball, you know, it's good play, patience in possession, but then you get into those dangerous areas and nothing comes of it. It's a little bit frustrating. I wonder if he's going to make any changes and see what he can do from there.
Abel Ferreira is going to make a couple changes, it appears. The first two of this match getting prepared by Palmeiras as it's scoreless in the 62nd minute in the round of 16. Palmeiras and Botafogo.
do, you know, as a manager, you start to think about your substitutions and how can you affect the game. You know, maybe in the back of your head, you're thinking if it goes to penalties, who are my top penalty takers? A lot of decisions to make around this time of the game.
And we're a long way from that, but could get there today. If still level at full time, it goes to extra time, 2 15-minute periods, and then if still level to penalties. Here's Estevao. He's been good in this second half. That's out for a goal kick. Said, hey, you have my jersey. Francois Texier is not moved by that argument.
Not at all. Not at all. You know, they're looking for him at every opportunity at the moment. You know, I'd say over the last 10 minutes, probably been the best player on the field as well. So you can't blame them. They're looking to get him the ball every single time.
Well, these are a couple of big changes. Paulinho and Luigi come on, and Vitor Roque and Estevao come off in the 64th minute.
A bit surprised. A bit surprised, honestly. I didn't see Estevao coming off, that's for sure. Thought that was getting him the ball, getting him in good areas. You know, he's had the goal disallowed. I thought he was making things happen. You know, Roque's just had that bicycle kick, maybe starting to get a sniff in front of goal, but manager obviously sees something different.
Needing to make a change. So the 19-year-old Luigi, the 24-year-old Paulinho. This is Luigi's Club World Cup debut. Paulinho, his 4th straight substitute appearance. He scored in the 80th minute against Inter Miami, a goal that began that comeback, made it 2-1.
Yeah, now you do say that, you know, Paulinho's come on, he has scored in the tournament as well, something that Roque's not managed to do, so that makes sense. Estevao's still a little bit puzzling to me, but, you know, he's signed to Chelsea, he could be going elsewhere, could be thinking about someone else, you know, being a staple in the team instead of him.
2 big changes for Palmeiras, the first 2 substitutions of this match. Marlon Freitas. Still Marlon Freitas, just kind of clattering through bodies. It's working out. He's going to get on the ball in the corner. He tried to win a throw, and he's unable to. There's a good little bit of skill to get out of this pressure from Palmeiras. Alan cutting inside and then drawing a foul.
Again, another player I'd like to see a little bit more of. We talked about him earlier. He's receiving the ball on his back foot, driving inside, goes past 2 players here, draws a free kick. Just can they get Alan a little bit higher up the field to make these things happen?
Artur shown the yellow card into the book, his first of this tournament.
Did your streaming expire when you least expected? Save the day by using the Bank of America customized cash rewards card and choose to earn 6% cash back on online purchases for the first year from account opening. What would you like the power to do?
Alan draws the yellow card, and that will be his last moment of the match. Alex Telles also comes out. Cuiabano comes on. Alvaro Montoro comes on as well. So a change on the back line and one in the attack for Botafogo. The 18-year-old Alvaro Montoro, the Argentinian, making his 3rd substitute appearance of this tournament. Cuiabano, the 22-year-old Brazilian, coming off the bench for a 4th time. And this is, for him, the pattern. He has come on for Alex Telles around this time in every match in this tournament. Each manager now has used their first 2 substitutions in this round of 16 Club World Cup game. Palmeiras and Botafogo playing to be the first quarterfinalist in this tournament. Montoro just into the match, now on the ball. And Cuiabano, the other substitute. Now Marlon Freitas.
Lovely first half from Montoro. Definitely give him some confidence heading into the game.
He was signed just before this tournament from Vélez Sarsfield in Argentina. Reported an €8 million signing. Expect big things from him as he's getting integrated into the team. This maybe now for Palmeiras a chance to come forward. Luigi, Mauricio, Joaquin Piquerez, Paulinho blocked. We'll get back on it.
Good attempt from Paulinho. Just come onto the field, already trying to make things happen.
He won the Golden Boot in the 2023 Brasileiro. 20 goals. Spent 5 or 6 years with Bayer Leverkusen. He came back to Brazil. Gold medalist at the Paris Games. Already 1 goal off the bench in this tournament. They would love another from Paulinho.
Really good footballer. It's great that you get to bring someone like Paulinho off the bench. Someone that can score goals, someone that can create goals, someone that's done so much already. Especially at a time when it's a 0-0, need a goal to progress.
13 shots to 3 for Palmeiras. Palmeiras have forced 3 saves out of John, just 1 for Weverton, the Palmeiras keeper, and a routine one. Botafogo still trying to find a way to really put the pressure on Palmeiras.
Even with that, still not a lot on target, still not a lot troubling the keeper. You know, 13 shots, not a lot on target. It's not a great going right now, you know, so maybe those changes will help do that, you know.
It took until added time of the first half for Palmeiras to force a save out of John. And again, it has been a better start to the second half. Now midway through the second half for Palmeiras, but unable to find a way past John. Botafogo don't love to be on the ball. They will be right now. Can they create something? Alexander Barbosa. Good turn. Foul drawn by Igor Jesus.
Ball into Jesus. We've not really seen him a lot in the game, you know, but he's just showing little glimpses of quality every time he gets it, whether it's a set, whether it's a nice turn. Like to see him higher up the field in the box, scoring goals, what he's good at.
Another change being prepared by Botafogo. Gonzalo Mastriani looks like he's getting ready to come into this game. Or is it Joaquin Correa? We'll find out.
I'm sure it'll be a forward player in any way. Try and give him a little lift.
Savarino from distance and well over.
Chose to go short here, maybe catch Palmeiras off guard, you know. Savarino dips inside, gets a good shot off, but nothing that could trouble the keeper.
So each manager now will make a change. It is Correa, the players coming out for Botafogo. And it's Mike who will come on for Palmeiras to make his Club World Cup debut. Botafogo's Alan left minutes ago. Now it's Palmeiras' who will leave, and Correa enters for Jefferson Savarino, former Real Salt Lake player in Major League Soccer, unable to really make an impact today.
Yeah, unfortunately, we know the quality that he's got as well, so it's just been difficult for him to get on the ball. Botafogo have not really had a lot going forward. I just think he's found it difficult, you know, just sitting in that low block and just allowing all the pressure to be done by Palmeiras. They've not really been able to find him to be able to unlock Palmeiras.
Each team has now used 3 substitutions. They've used 2 of their 3 substitution windows. They would get another and would get another window if this match goes to extra time. But right now, 1 more substitution window and 2 more changes available for Abel Ferreira and Renato Paiva. It's warm in Philadelphia today. Still at full voice, the Palmeiras supporters, as they have been following Palmeiras around this entire Club World Cup.
Incredible set of fans. Popped up everywhere, screaming their team's name from every angle you could think of.
They have made their presence felt at the Rocky statue this morning in Philadelphia. They're not the underdogs, though. Rarely are they one of the Brazilian giants. It might be if they go further in this tournament. They've been the protagonists in this match. Can they find a goal? Luigi leaving, cross in, flicked on. Oh, what a save from John off of Mauricio. Palmeiras still cannot find a way.
I think it's another good ball in from Piqueires down that left-hand side. Good movement from Mauricio, goes and attacks that front post area. Almost gets it perfect.
The reigning Brasileiro goalkeeper of the year. He was on the team of the year, same as the Copa Libertadores team of the tournament. John has been asked to do much more in this second half. He has been up to the task. It is still scoreless in Philadelphia. Mauricio now. John a strong punch away.
Again.
Luigi. Under heavy pressure, wins a throw. Piqueires. Paulinho trying to get it to Luigi. Comes off his arm.
It's good movement from Luigi, though. Goes into Paulinho. They're on the same wavelength, trying to get that runner into the box. Unfortunately, the ball ricochets off his hand. There's that lovely delivery in from Piqueires again. Mauricio is so unlucky with the header. He knows it. What's it going to take to break him down? What's it going to take to get a goal?
Second half cooling break on a warm day in Philadelphia. Still scoreless, Palmeiras and Botafogo. The winner of this match will face the winner of Benfica and Chelsea. Right after this, we're going to bring you another thrilling knockout stage clash. Benfica, Chelsea, round of 16 in Charlotte. If you're watching this match on TNT, just download the DAZN app to catch all the action live and free with coverage starting at 3:30 Eastern. That's the place to be on a warm summer afternoon in Philadelphia. Those in the match don't have the benefit of the massive cooling fan. But Renato Paiva, Abel Ferreira, they have the benefit of what's a de facto timeout, so to speak. With 15 minutes left before added time in the second half, still scoreless. What are these conversations like right now?
Yeah, usually there's a chance to get the tactics board out. The substitutes that have come on, they've obviously felt themselves into the game. It's a time to talk, you know, where they're seeing things, where they can maximize, where they can capitalize and, you know, ultimately score the winning goal. You know, they're getting, Palmeiras getting a lot of shots on goal, but nothing is really troubling the goalkeeper, John. He's done brilliant. And then for Botafogo, can they get into the final third and make something happen? They've been quite stagnant in there, you know, ball gets out there, it's not really going into the box. Have to create some chances, can't just rely on the defensive line all the time.
Some big saves in the second half from John, off Estevao earlier, and then moments ago off Mauricio. He's sharing his thoughts.
Probably a well
and
done.
Receiving them from his manager. Thanks for keeping us in this game.
Keep going.
That's what Botafogo need to do, and Palmeiras as well. Palmeiras massively outshooting Botafogo in this match. They've had the better of the chances. They've come closer. But because of John, as he has done for Botafogo so often in his time there, they're still in this match.
That's your goalkeepers to do. Keep you with a chance to go and win the game. That's exactly what John's done. Everything that's been thrown at him, he's been fantastic. When it's been a shot, when it's been corners, he's been up to the test.
There were little tactical tweaks after the first half cooling break. We'll see what each manager wants coming out of this one. 13 minutes before added time left in the second half, and then potentially extra time in the round of 16 at the Club World Cup. Palmeiras and Botafogo. Mike wins a corner. Mauricio will serve right at John again. A punch away, not clear yet though. Martinez knocked it down. Igor Jesus gets it forward, might be open for Botafogo, just a little bit too far for Artur. Piqueires and now Richard Rios. Mauricio floating at back post. Just helped on enough. Vitinho giving another corner to Palmeiras.
It's another corner. I think if I'm Palmeiras or I'm the manager or one of the players on the field, I say, let's try something different. You know, John's been brilliant at coming out and getting the crosses, whether they've been high, whether they've been something that he could catch. Maybe just switch it up. Change something different, play short, try and get a shot on goal.
It's the 11th corner of the game for Abel Ferreira's men. John came and went over, but nobody was there at the back post for Palmeiras. No cooling break for the supporters. Renato Paiva still trying to figure things out. Abel Ferreira watching on. Igor Jesus unable to keep possession for Botafogo. Driving forward, Palmeiras cutting inside. That took a deflection. Corner number 12 coming up for Palmeiras.
Good play from Luigi, isn't it? Driving down that left-hand side, recognizing the moment to cut in. Gets his shot off, deflection, another corner. Hopefully they try something different from here.
Again, Mauricio to serve. Been mostly comfortable for John. Previous 11 corners. This one, again, comfortable for Botafogo. Second ball, Augustin Guillet sends it in. It was odd from Mike. Just out for a throw.
The quality on set pieces just haven't been there. The quality in the final third. Sometimes you have to think outside the box. I know you might have done something all week, but switch it up. Give a little bit of something different. Try and get a shot on goal.
Chino needs a moment. 15 shots for Palmeiras, just 4 for Botafogo. Into double digits corners for Palmeiras. Newton getting instructions from Renato Paiva.
Something you've seen before. A team that soaks up all the pressure, then goes and nicks it at the end. I'm sure Palmeiras fans will be hoping that's not the case, but
not really been able to trouble John, not really been overly creative within getting those shots.
Botafogo haven't had to do that in this tournament because they've only scored their goals in the first half, but they have been a team that has absorbed pressure throughout games and just taken the 1 or 2 moments that they can find to beat Seattle. They were up 2-0 at halftime. They faced a lot of pressure from the Sounders in that second half. Sean was wonderful. They won that game 2-1 against PSG. They got their goal in the first half and then absorbed and held on. Against Atletico Madrid, unable to find that moment, but it was okay enough to finish in second in the group. And now today in the round of 16, haven't created much, but they're still at this spot with 8 minutes to go before added time. Scoreless with Palmeiras, knowing that just one moment could put them into the quarterfinals of the Club World Cup.
They just look so comfortable in it, though, don't they? Just absorbing pressure, like balls flying in the box, 1v1 defending. They're throwing themselves at players. They look very comfortable in doing that. And Palmeiras have not really found a way to really break it down.
Has to be frustrating for Palmeiras.
Yeah, constantly.
You're going, shots, corners.
You feel you're throwing everything at it and they're getting a block on it. The keeper's making a good save, or the shot's flying past the post, something along them.
Superman, I'll destroy you.
Your obsession with me is getting a little creepy.
Hey, buddy, eyes up here.
Rated PG-13 in theaters everywhere July 11th.
A couple more changes. They've got the wrong numbers up on the ad boards, or on the substitution boards, and trying to get sorted out what will be the final 2 changes of regulation for Renato Paiva. Newton and Caio, the players who will enter. Danilo and Jair Cunha, the players who will come off. So a change at the back, a change in the midfield. Newton making his 3rd substitution appearance. Caio making his Club World Cup debut. Another player signed during that exceptional window before the Club World Cup, Caio making his Botafogo debut. Renato Paiva has used all 5 of his allowed substitutions in regulation. Luigi just crashing into Alexander Barbosa.
It's a good chance to introduce the players to this kind of tempo they'll be seeing week in, week out as they head back into their domestic play as well, isn't it? It's a good move by the manager.
Barbosa just into touch. Can they find a moment? Palmeiras will make a change. Facundo Torres entering for Mauricio.
Another skillful player coming into the game. Dynamic, quick, can get good shots off. Did really well in MLS with Orlando City as well, so I'll be interested to see how he does it and how he impacts the game here. But definitely a player that's capable of scoring a goal or 2.
He is the all-time leading scorer for Orlando City in Major League Soccer. Again, another just clash of bodies we have seen so many times in this match. Artur, Joaquin Piqueras, both down.
They're never comfortable, those ones, are they? I hope it's not too serious.
Right in front of Francois Letexier, he had a great view of it, and he's going to show a yellow card.
They're always tough ones, those, because you want to go for the ball. You're not going to injure the player.
And that's Joaquin Piqueras going into the book. Another player who will miss a potential quarterfinal. His 2nd yellow card of this tournament. So if Palmeiras get through, they would be without Piqueras. They would be out without Gustavo Gomez. 2 on the back line. But they don't worry about that. They're not worrying about that right now. Here are Botafogo. Clipped in. Everton came, and then we'll just see it out.
Should they progress, there's 2 big misses for them, isn't it? You know, in your defensive line, especially moving forward in a tournament, it's not really the unit that you want to be changing around, especially as you go and the teams are getting tougher. Yeah, it's said, I don't really like that rule, the yellow card rule.
The only 2 outfield players for Palmeiras who have played every minute in this Club World Cup, and if there's a quarterfinal, Palmeiras will have to play without those 2. They have work to do to get there, though. Into the 87th minute and still scoreless. Palmeiras and Botafogo. If Botafogo get through to the quarterfinal, they will be without their starting center back, Alexander Barbosa. He has also played every minute of the Club World Cup. Not a coincidence. The more you play, the more likely you are to pick up a couple yellow cards, particularly in those positions.
And when you're doing a lot more defending as well. A lot more opportunities to be catching forwards as they're running past you.
Botafogo have been doing the majority of the defending in dangerous areas today, but they have kept Palmeiras from finding a goal. Everton sends to midfield, a battle there. Vitinho called for the foul, taking down Luigi.
So smart from Luigi. He knows as soon as he feels contact, all he has to do is fall down. Vitinho a little bit too eager for me there.
Let him have it. Let him face goal. What's he going to do from there?
Frustration from Richard Rios. Wanted a run he didn't get. Now Gomez just clipping the ball in. That is a lovely ball, and the volley is well over. Struck with a lot of power.
Again, everything right, but the finish.
Yeah.
You know, lovely ball into him. Great touch on his chest. First touch is forward. Sets himself up, and it's just rushed at the end, I feel.
Tried to take the leather off the ball, but in those moments, you still got to have a little bit of composure as well.
Would have been spectacular from Paulinho, particularly at this stage in a round of 16 match. Now that's been the story for Palmeiras. Only a couple times really being able to threaten John. Nearing 20 shots in this match without a goal. Martinez for Palmeiras. Luigi draws the foul.
He's taken a couple now, Luigi, hasn't he? It's good play, though. Show into feet. Knows where his next pass is, so he knows if he gets caught, they're going to get a foul. Brings Palmeiras higher up the pitch as well. Gives him another opportunity to attack.
A 19-year-old, part of what Palmeiras has been dubbed, or what has been dubbed, their generation of a billion. With Endrick, with Estevao, and others. Young players that they think can generate a lot of money for this club, and already have. Facundo Torres is dispossessed. Play on, says Francois Letexier.
You look at the players you just mentioned, they've definitely got something special going on over there. They're not just selling these players for, $1 million or $2 million. They're selling for big bucks, which is so good for Palmeiras as a club, and for them to be able to be in the financial position they're in as well.
It's a golden era for Palmeiras. 14 major trophies in the last decade. They'd love to continue to stamp that with a long run in this Club World Cup. Botafogo, less of a long-term golden generation, but what a spectacular few years it has been for them. Building to last year, building to the double. And now these two Brazilian giants reach added time in this second half of the round of 16 match. Scoreless, 0-0. 5 minutes of added time, the minimum, before potentially extra time in the round of 16. Martinez. Paulinho. Botafogo take it away. Cuiabano might be behind. Bruno Fukic comes over. And Weverton sends to midfield.
He might have been able to go down there if he'd have lent in a little bit more. Bought them a free kick higher up the field. But again, Botafogo comfortable with not having possession. Waiting for that one chance to get forward. Definitely set up very well.
Can they find one chance before added time? Before extra time, at the end of added time? Can they find it over the next 4 minutes? Or will this be another 30 minutes in Philadelphia? Vitinho. Caio. Correa and Barbosa. Botafogo are being patient. This is a really good step and win by Guille. And then the foul drawn by Torres. Esperance trying to get around Vitinho is unable to.
Good defending by Vitinho. Read the play before it happened.
There's a Palmeiras player who has gone down multiple and play has stopped.
One just took his shoe off.
Richard Rios now back to his feet. Abel Ferreira's Palmeiras have caused more of the danger in this match, but still scoreless. At least 2 minutes left of added time before extra time. Montoro draws the foul. Botafogo will have a set piece late.
These are the opportunities they're looking for. Patience, get to the midway point. Can they draw a foul? Can they put numbers into the box?
They choose not to. Yeah, they choose not to. I mean, that would have been an opportunity for Botafogo.
You'd have thought so with 2 minutes left.
Maybe they're okay with going to extra time, or maybe they'd rather try to build. Correa. Artur, Marlon Freitas, Alexander Barbosa. Montoro trying to turn. Pierre twice going in, both times clean. Now here come Palmeiras. Can they find a late winner? Yellow card for stopping the promising attack, and it will be Palmeiras with a set piece in the final minute of the minimum 5 of added time.
Knows exactly what he's doing there. Newton grabbing Paulinho's shirt. Paulinho does everything right. Drives across Newton. Knows that if he goes across him, it takes him out of the play. Newton there using a little bit of experience to pull him down. Stop the breakaway.
The 6th yellow card of this match shown to the substitute Newton. They want to see a winner. Palmeiras will send players forward. They will take advantage of this set piece in the 5th minute of added time. Scoreless. Minutes, moments away from extra time. Can Palmeiras, on a set piece, avoid extra time and book a spot in the quarterfinal?
Piqueras has got to keep this ball away from John.
They've struggled to threaten on set pieces today, but they have a moment late. Piqueras, that is a dangerous, into a dangerous spot, but nobody from Palmeiras was there. It ends up being in a corner, for Palmeiras.
You mentioned it in the first half as well. There's actually been some good deliveries into the box. Now, I don't know if there's something they don't work on in training as much, you know, that attacking the ball in those areas, but the balls have been good. They've just not really had anyone get on the end of them.
We've gone past the minimum 5 of added time. Still going. Before extra time, Torres, John got a punch. And the full-time whistle ends scoreless and to extra time in the round of 16 in Philadelphia in the FIFA Club World Cup. Neither of these Brazilian giants could find a goal in 90 minutes. Palmeiras and Botafogo, scoreless, extra time coming up from Philadelphia.